What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Sukihana is a very troubled young woman. It is very clear as day that we can see that. She is highly entertaining, but some of the things that she does is really out of pocket, if not almost all of the things that she does is out of pocket. And as black men, when you see somebody like Sukihana, it makes you just want to, I'm going to be real, it makes you want to stay away. Okay? It does. It makes you want to stay the hell away from her. I'm going to be real. Because there's no saving her. This is how she got popular. This is how she got money. This is how she got on, doing ridiculous stuff, doing ridiculous exploits. She's for the streets. Okay? But now, sometimes when you see something like this happening, folks want to go head on and attach themselves to it so that they can get some shine out of it also. And this is why Dr. Umar Johnson has said this. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is requesting a confidential meeting with Sister Suki next Friday or Saturday, July 28th or 29th, ahead of his Miami Gardens lecture at an undisclosed public location in South Florida to discuss her interest in collaborating on a public campaign and program to combat the sexual exploitation and abuse of black girls and women. But I want to ask this, do we believe that this is sincere? Because certain black women don't. I want to go ahead and play this particular clip in which I want to basically show this lady who has figured Dr. Umar Johnson out to a certain degree, and I'm going to come back.
All right, guys, I'm going to try this again, popping back in to attempt to continue my thoughts on the Dr. Umar Johnson interview with the Breakfast Club. The first video that I uploaded, something happened during the upload. It froze, so I'm starting over. All right, so as I was saying, there were some things with Dr. Umar's interview that were problematic to me, that stood out, that smoked him out, in my opinion, as a leftist, as a Marxist, as someone who was contradicting himself several times, even hypocritical in some areas. And so I just wanted to point those things out for those that, you know, who are enamored with him talking black to us and don't pick up on these things because we're just so, you know, enamored in his eloquence and in his pro-blackness and ability to talk black. I mean, Charlemagne even said, you know, talk black to me, Umar. And we, as a community, we love that. The inferiority complex that slavery has left upon us is constantly being reinforced by Umar Johnson and, you know, his other black consciousness, race hustling, you know, on the speaking circuit, folks, you know, are constantly reinforcing that inferiority complex, and ignorant people like Charlemagne the God who, you know, continue to promote and give these people platforms and give them credibility.
You see, while Dr. Umar Johnson does make a lot of points as an intellectual, and I am a fan, I can also take it with a grain of salt. Dr. Umar Johnson is a race hustler. Okay? To a certain degree. There is a certain degree of race hustling in saying things that woo the crowd. All right? And that is evidence of this video here, which was the contra stripper Kim Ringold, who again had a lot to say about Dr. Umar Johnson and why she exposed him.
That's the assumption that I was operating off of. And that was my whole intent, to just put it out there and, you know, let the people decide what they wanted to do with it. So I was not prepared for everything that followed. However, I've been dealing with it, you know, the best that I can. The information, again, did not come out of a scorned woman, a jealous, hurtful, malicious. No, that's not what happened at all. What happened was exactly what I told you happened. I saw a fake and I pointed out a fake, and it was just that simple. Now this person has decided to turn this into a personal battle. and that's fine. That's their choice to do. They've decided to be vindictive and be malicious, but I'm here to let you know I'm not participating in that. I really have no feelings towards this person one way or another. I have no hatred, vindictiveness, it never, even from the start. As I said before, and let me say this again, hopefully for the last time, okay? I decided to put this information out because it was very necessary. It needed to be done. People were being fooled and deceived, and
So guys, I just want to deal with the whole thing about Sukihana. I want to deal with the public meeting. Firstly, having a public meeting with her is worthless. There is nothing to be gained here. Sukihana, and again, you're talking about black men are responsible for black women's bad decisions. Sukihana is responsible for her own bad decisions. You're going to meet her at a public place only for her to sit down and listen to you and then turn back right into what she's been doing. Look at Black China. Black China was supposed to be a Christian. Then had her birthday party at the strip club. Why? Because somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson ain't gonna marry Sukihana. He not gonna give her a reason to stop doing what she's doing. That's the problem. See, you want to combat the sexual exploitation and abuse of black girls and women when you don't have no power to protect black girls and women. See, let me just be honest. Umar Johnson, when you fund him, and I hate to say this, there's been no evidence of any of these things developing for black people at all. None. Okay? Zero. There is nothing that anybody has given Dr. Umar Johnson for a lecture or whatever that you can see some level of development, some level of something that houses black men or young women. Dr. Umar can't even do this campaign for himself, for his own school, for black boys. 11 years, no school. How are you going to be collaborating on a public campaign in which it's another way for you to get money out of people? You're going to use Sukihana's audience to do it. Now, she's talking about he might be the one to turn me into a wife. How? Dr. Umar Johnson himself ain't married. Dr. Umar don't have any resources to turn anybody into a wife. We need to be honest about this. Black women are not going to be submitting to rhetoric. This is what a lot of us, including Dr. Umar, want. At least for himself personally. Umar sees himself as somewhat of in my honest opinion, as a divine king or royalty. That's why he calls himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism. In his sick mind, to a certain degree, I personally believe that Dr. Umar feels that it is him. He's entitled to folks' money. He's entitled to people's gifts. He's anointed. So he don't have to do anything more for you than the lecturing and the talking. There's no level of community building. And for the women, they're used to him being a strong black man when it comes to the, speaking and everything like that. But obviously, knowing Dr. Umar and what I know about him, I don't know anything about him personally so much. So, I do know some damaging things that people have told me, but I can't prove that. At least one of the things I can't prove. Some I can't. But I think the point. The point is this. Dr. Umar, listen to what I'm telling you. Don't have any resources to change Sukihana because Dr. Umar is begging, just like y'all would say some of these modern women are begging. And furthermore, all she got to do, Umar, is if you want to meet her at a public place, all she got to do is say you harassed her in a conversation. And with your history and reputation, it could be a lie. See, it's too dangerous. That's the main point. Meeting her to do what? Like, I would be afraid. Like, I know what happened with YK Osiris wasn't her fault, but all she got to do is say, Umar flirted with me. He makes me feel unsafe. Boom. Now you're being villainized. You're not going to get nothing out of that because you can't talk to Sukihana. You can't pay her bills. You can't write her a check. You won't write her a check. You can't even write your school a check. So what are you going to get? What is she going to get dealing with you? Nothing. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.